this is situated. Definitely need to get me a holder for at the house. Alright, so we're in my car. Haven't had one of these in a while. But today, Rev went live again. So, yay! And I am working on a new couple of new compilations for the Haunted TikToks. And I am wanting to get back on doing Spooky Mondays probably after the holidays. Because, I'll be honest with you, doing the Shanny reactions just takes less work. So, and I'm a lazy bitch, if nothing else. Very quickly. I have learned. Although, it will be nice next week because I can take my usual route. There won't be as many people because the students are going to be out. So, yay for that. I did watch Carrie's stream where, you know, Rev was coming on doing one of his little hostage videos. And Rev, they are hostage videos, darling. You can say all you want that, I love Shanny. Well, we all know who made you get on. And I can just hear her now. Jason! G-Man's talking shit again! You need to go on and tell people that I'm not doing anything to you. And tell G-Man he can take his offer and shove it up your ass. Your ass, not his ass. Because we all know that, you know, with Reb's gaping bumhole that he probably likes having things shoved up his ass. But tell him to take that offer and shove it up your ass. You gotta get on and you gotta be happy. You gotta be energetic. You can't just be staring at the screen like you've been doing. I don't care that you're depressed. I don't care that you don't want to go on. You gotta do this for me. I do everything around here. No, you don't, Shanny. The only thing you do around there is permeate the house with your funk. That's it. But, so, Rev's sitting there saying that Shanny doesn't force him to do things and that we're all just creating fan fiction. In which I would like to do this for my followers and for any other followers and anybody else's followers that decide they want to do this themselves. How about we do some Shanny fan fiction? They say that we write fan fiction, so why not just go ahead and write it? You guys, write me some fan fiction. Send it to me on Discord or on Instagram. And I will read it on air. I will read it on a live stream. And we'll do this after the first of the year. And it can be as raunchy as you want it to be. It can be as gross as you want it to be. The grosser the better, actually. And I will read every single one of them that comes in. I don't know how many I'll get, but I'll read all of them that come in. But, you know, since I keep saying that we write fan fiction, why don't we just go ahead and do that? Let's write some fan fiction. So, yeah, send me your Shanny and Rev fan fiction. But, Rev, that's about as puffed up as I can get him. I look like a chipmunk. But, I don't know who that was. Someone wanted me to do puffed up cheeks, but, alright. But, no, Shanny, Rev, everybody knows that you guys are in a toxic, codependent relationship, and that Shanny's the one that wears the pants in the family. We all know it. There we go. But the fact that you're on here denying it only shows that she is actually really controlling you. Because if... You're welcome. But, and you coming on here and screaming out your defense of her is really showing us that, yeah, she does control you. She really does control you. Because, if she didn't, then why isn't she going on to Twitch and defending herself against all these slanderments? I don't know. Maybe it's because she knows that she has no leg to stand on. Who knows? But we do have evidence. We have videos of Rev saying he doesn't want to be online. He doesn't want to go live. And Shanny pretty much putting him up to it, saying that he needs to go live and speak, because if he doesn't, she's probably going to get slappy with him. So we all know Shanny likes to get slappy. And I'm going to put my foot on the gas so I can get past all these people. Whee! Subaru can go, baby! Subaru can go! This was just a mom car, didn't you? Nope, this is my Subaru. My Subaru can go! But, yeah. I'm probably going to go live again, do one of my usual reaction videos. And I want to, because I really want to play Jason's latest video where he talks about how Shanny doesn't control him, that he's doing everything that he wants, and blah, 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 that he really loves her. And I want to play that, and I want to go over a little bit of that infamous 10-hour Twitch video. Because he keeps saying that, and also his apology video that he did when he was first starting his 24-hour straight atonement live stream that Shanny made him do, because, you know, she's like, you gotta prove that you want me, and then how she manipulated him after he was getting comments that she didn't want him to get. She wanted everybody to lambaste him. She wanted everybody to see him as the bad, shopping around for another guy. But she also wants to make sure that Rev looks as terrible as humanly possible. That's why she forces him to go online, knowing that he doesn't want to go online. And then she starts boo-hoo crying, talking about how, you know, you're making me look bad, doing shit like that. I mean, histrionics. And everybody can see through it. That's the thing. Everybody can see right through her bullshit. And while Rev the thing is that Rev's already a bad guy. He's being abused, but he's already a bad guy. Good Lord, how many people are they going to park in that one little area? But we already know Rev's a bad guy, Shanny. We're already well aware of it. Because he kicked a child. Or at least he admitted to kicking a child. I am still of the mind frame that he did not actually hurt Zachary. That Shanny hurt Zachary. And that she got Rev to cover up for him. I am still of that train of thought. And there's my notification. But I'm still of that train of thought that that it was not Rev that hurt the boy. I honestly do think it was Shanny. And I do think that she had Rev lie to cover up for it. And I think she got the boys to lie to cover up for it. Because it's easy to manipulate. It's easy to manipulate the youngest because he has autism. I don't know if he technically has autism because he hasn't been diagnosed with it officially. From what I understand, Shanny's never taken him to a doctor for it. But he at least has some form of learning disability. And I really got to redye my hair. But, hey Trevor. But he has some kind of learning disability. So it would not be hard to manipulate him to say it was Rev that abused him when it was actually Shanny. Because mind you, we have absolutely no evidence of Rev being physical with the boys. None of it. Rev does not have a history of being physically violent. Verbally violent, yes. There's lots of evidence of him being verbally violent to people. Physically violent, no. He's never been arrested for it, never been tried for it. This is the first time that this past time is the first time that he's ever been arrested for doing anything physical to anybody. But Shanny has an extensive record of being physically violent with people. She got arrested in Colorado for beating Rev with a fetish whip. And yeah, she got arrested. Hey, Blondie. I see you, girl. And she got arrested at her parents' house for hurting her dad. And then she wants to cry and boo-hoo about how much she misses her father. Yeah, he's mostly mouthy. He's mostly mouthy. I honestly do not believe that Rev was the one that hit Zachary. Or he may have done it, and it may not, but probably was not nearly as bad as what Shanny made it out to be. Because now that she's had him arrested, he's taken the rap for it. We all know that William would lie at the drop of a hat for her, because he's done it before. Zachary is pretty easy to manipulate because he does have that learning disability. Not entirely sure if it's autism or if it's something else entirely. Yeah, she pushed her brother-in-law through the screen door. And let's not forget, there is a 911 call recording floating around somewhere. I have to find it. But there is a 911 recording where one of her neighbors called 911 and was reporting the sounds of screaming, crying, children bawling their eyes out, scared half to death, and there was a sound of thumping, as if something was being thrown. And here's the kicker. Rev wasn't at the apartment at the time. See, the thing is that I think it is like G-Man says, Shanny wants Rev to look bad. And she was probably using this as a way to get out of the relationship with him. Honestly. So I think she had William call 911 and tell them what was going on. Because like I said, William will lie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then of course there's the testimony, the third person testimony. Rev told G-Man that he had seen Shanny body slam one of the boys, which of course, anecdotal evidence, whatever. But there is the 911 call. That was an acorn hitting my car. But William has been known to lie for Shanny at the drop of a hat. And so I have no doubts that if Shanny told him to call 911 and to lie about what happened with his brother, he would. Because that's just what he does. Yeah, he lied about his own grandparents. He told his mom that his grandparents were threatening to kill him, which is ridiculous. I mean, honestly, how the hell Betty, I don't think she could kill that garden snake, honestly. But that was what got her thrown out of the house, was because William was texting her saying that Betty was threatening to kill him and Zachary, and she came home and started throwing a fit. And they had to get the police to come get her and take her out. But Rev doesn't have a history of being physically violent. That's what's always made me doubt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. She got physical with her dad. She got physical with her mom. She's gotten physical with a lot of people. But Rev does not have that history. Is he a mouthy son of a bitch? Yes. He is. He is a mouthy son of a bitch. He likes to talk violently. And that's just the way he is. But he does not have that record of physical violence. Even when it would be excused. I mean, if Shanny is going to be... I am fully equal rights. Fully equal rights. Man, woman, I don't care. Well, I mean, only time I would care about it is if retaliation is if it was like a child or an animal or like, a dog that doesn't know any better. But if you're a woman and you are man enough to punch a man, to hit a man, you need to be man enough to catch hands too. If you can throw hands, you better damn sure be prepared to catch some. And I would say the same thing for me. When I was married, if I had ever decided to hit my ex-husband, I would have fully expected him to retaliate. Because if I'm man enough to throw hands, I can be man enough to catch them too. And that's just the gist of it. I don't believe in this whole, if a man hits a woman, that's terrible, but if a woman hits a man, that's okay. No, I don't believe in that at all. No. If you big enough to throw hands, you big enough to catch them too. End of story. Hey, Firefly. I'm doing all right. Just doing little rants in my car. I said when he asked me, yeah, it was probably just to, Hey, dude, bros. Yeah, I mean, it was probably just to get Betty in trouble. That's probably all it was. It was just to get Betty in trouble. Because, I mean, and it probably was at the encouragement of Shani, I imagine. Because at the time, I mean, William was still very young at the time that all that went down. So, I mean, I have no doubts in my mind that Shani encouraged him. Hey, Mama T. That Shani encouraged him to lie about his grandma. I would have no doubts about that. Shani is a manipulator. But the bad thing is that she can only manipulate those that are weaker than her, that are dumber than her. She can manipulate her kids because she's had them their entire life. I mean, it may come to pass that is not a mark on my boob. That's a shadow, just in case. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh my god, I got breast cancer. Look at this mark on my boob. Yeah. That's probably what it was. The grandparents were putting down some rules for the kids, and the kids didn't like it. So there we go. But yeah, I don't think that Rev was the one that hit Zachary. But unfortunately, with everything that happened, he now looks like he's a terrible, horrible child abuser. Which, I mean, is he a terrible, horrible child abuser? Yes, he is. He has yelled at those boys. He's called them wrecking balls. He's told Zachary he would beat his ass if he didn't get the cat in the... I mean, he's threatened to shoot them. We have that live stream where he threatened Shani that he was going to shoot her and the kids. So, while he does have a history of threats and being verbally violent, he does not have a history of being physically violent. But unfortunately, given the fact that everything went down and he did wind up taking the rap for it, he now looks like he's a terrible child abuser. Go ahead, dude bros. Go ahead, the boxing match. I will 100% put my money on you. Because anybody put their money on Rev would just be stupid. But, unfortunately, given that he has taken that rap for Shani, and do believe he took the rap for Shani on Zachary's incident with Zachary. Now he looks like he is some terrible physical child abuser. He's a mental child abuser. He's a verbal child abuser. Yeah. Oh yeah. That is one of the things that I talk about now, is that now that the boys are out of the picture, now that the boys are no longer there. Oh, that was... Sorry about that. Notification came up on my Facebook. But yeah, that was one of the things that I had said, was that now that the boys were out of the picture, the only thing that we have to worry about now is that there will eventually be a sunset. Now, of course, the question is going to be whether Rev is going to sunset himself, if he's going to forcibly sunset Shani, or if he's going to sunset both of them at the same time. Who knows? I don't think it'll ever be Shani. Excuse me. Shani is too full of herself to do something like that. But Rev, on the other hand, he's got a lot of mental issues going on. That does not excuse his behavior. I will never say that excuses his behavior at all. But there is only so much a person with a mental illness can take before they... And eventually that is going to happen. And the only thing we can ask ourselves is if it's going to be peaceful or if it's not going to be peaceful. And if it's going to be just Rev, or if Rev is going to do both of them. Well, I don't know, Mama T. I mean, he's threatened her with it before. So, I honestly wouldn't put anything past Rev. Quite honestly. With how he's been behaving, especially now. Because he looks like a man that is completely broken. Like 100% broken. Go back and look at any of the live streams that he's done, especially the ones he did on Shani's Twitch. Oh, you're talking... Yeah. No, he won't... he's not going to take G-Man up on that offer. Not at all.
He's not going to get rid of her. The only way those two are going to part is when they are finally carted away on coroner's carts, on gurneys. That's it. That's the only time they're going to be separated, is in the morgue. Yeah. Yep, Malandi, he is broken. And he's been broken for a long time, honestly. Because I do believe that Shani intentionally gave him wet brain. Because if she is any type of... I would not have put it past Shani to look up what the effects of withdrawing someone quickly from alcohol were. And she just decided to take her chance with it. Yeah. Yeah. We do know. That's why I'm not going down into anybody's cellar. Thank you very much. But I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Trevor. Thanks a lot, Trevor. You made me lost my train of thought. But, I mean, now he's completely isolated. The only thing he has left is his uncle. And who knows how long that's going to last. I do believe that it was the uncle that... I am with Carrie on that the uncle was the one that came over to the house while they were live streaming. And that was why Shani cut it off all of a sudden. It wasn't because she was tired or because she's sick or anything like that. No, it's because the uncle came by and they got scared because they're not supposed to be live streaming. And here she is live streaming. There we go. She's already breaking the rules. But anyway, I'm going to be getting off in a few minutes. I'll probably get back on a little bit if Carrie doesn't go on, because she was saying she wanted to go. She said earlier she was going to come back on, but she hasn't yet. I hope she's okay. But I know she had a panic attack the other day. He made a comment he might talk to the uncle. He did make that comment that he might talk to the uncle. So it could very well be that G-Man talked to the uncle. And the uncle came by. But I'm going to get going because I got to go to the bathroom. I'm in my car. Just got home from work. But I'm going to get going. And probably be back on a little bit because, like I said, I want to show some examples of Shani not forcing Rev to do anything. Like, you know, shave his head and draw A on his forehead or, you know, anything like that. So, or dressing him up like a fucking doll. But I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.